our new circuit here. So we're going to test the circuit using this DC motor pan. We're going to control the DC motor by moving it forward and backward, or forward and reverse. So I made the marker here, the tape, and it is connected to the two relays. This is the first relay, the second relay. Also, we have the two push button here as the controller. And then with the use of power bank, we're going to control the motor, this DC motor, to move forward or reverse in direction. So let us see. When I press the button here, the red button, so it moves in a reverse or in a counterclockwise. So it is reverse. While pressing the button yellow, so it moves the motor in forward direction or in clockwise direction. So we can see here, using the two push button, we can control the DC motor by using also two relays. Two push button, two relays. This is 130 DC motor, the size of the motor, with three leaf blade, plastic blade, and a power bank, 5 volts. We now have our circuit. In figure 1, we have DC motor forward reverse using two relays. The DC motor is here. We have the polarity positive, negative, DC motor. Our objective is to control this DC motor using two relays by moving it forward or reverse in direction. Forward, that is clockwise. Reverse, counterclockwise. Forward, clockwise, CC. That is the movement of the motor. And then two relay. Where's the relay in the circuit? This is the relay. Relay 1 and relay 2. This is the symbol. We have the coil 1, then coil 2. And then there is no electrical connection to the second, to the output side. Pin number 3 is the common. And then it is normally connected to normally closed. Oh, it is connected. and then normally open, pin number 5. And the actual, we have the relay, tongling, 5 volts. Why are we using, what is the supply for 5 volts relay? Of course, 5 volts, this, from the power bank. And then for the back view, that is the back view, the 3, then the 2 at the right. Pin number 1, pin number 2, pin number 3, common. Common is in the middle. Then normally close, bottom right. Normally open, top right. So the symbol is, it is the equivalent here. 1:1, 2:2, 5:5, 4:4, 3:3. Because we have 5 pins. It is capable of handling 10 ampere at 220 volts. And for the DC, 5 volts. So this is the relay. So that we have to relay. To control the motor, we need to use 2 push button. Switch 1, switch 2. Connected to 5 volts, then to the coil. The other one is connected to 5 volts, then to the coil. Coil 1. The 2 grounded. Switch 2 grounded. And then there is no electrical connection. It means there's no connection here. And then to the output side, we have the common connected to normally closed, which is connected to the 5 volts. This normally closed. And then the normally open, grounded. So when you have a tester and you connect a tester here, tester or digital multimeter, there is continuity 3 to 4 because they are connected to each other. So when you use a tester here, 3 and 4, it is directly connected. So for the pin 5, normally open to the 5 volts. Here, the normally open here is grounded. Same here, normally open, grounded. Normally close to the 5 volts. Normally close here to the 5 volts. And then the common is connected to the positive of the motor. And then the other common to the negative. Okay? What is the use of this diode? This is power LED. So when there is a power here, it will turn on the LED. Because current flows here to the 1.5K resistor, then to the LED, then to the ground. Current limiting resistor for the LED, 1.5K. Okay, once we have the power, this LED turns on. So whenever we press the switch here, we're pressing the switch 1, current flows to the switch, energizing this coil. So once the coil is inducing the coil, it will becomes an electromagnet, the coil. So the contact moves here, becomes magnetic. Contacts moves here. That's why the current flows here, then to the ground. Also the current flows, it no longer flows here because the contact is located now in pin number 5. So the current flows from the normally close of the second relay, then to the common, then to the negative, then the motor spin, and then to the ground. So this motor will move reverse, counterclockwise. It moves counterclockwise. Okay, again, the current flows from 5 volts to the switch. This is now connected. Then to the coil, producing a voltage here, becomes electromagnet. It attracts the contact. The contact moves from pin 4 to pin 5. Now it is connected to pin 5, then to the pin 2, then to the ground. Of course, the current flows here, then to the pin 4, 3 of other relay, negative of the motor, positive, then to the normally open pin 5, because this is already closed, then to the ground. The current will not flow here because the switch is open. The current will not flow here because the switch, this is open. The contact moves here. Once we release the switch, so it will again go back to the initial position here once we release the switch. Then pressing the switch 2, we're going to press the switch. Current flows from 5 volts to the switch, to the coil. Again, inducing a voltage here, becomes magnetic. The contact will now move from pin 4 to here, causing the current to flow to the ground. And then again, it will flow from here. Now it flows from pin number 4 of the first relay, then 3, then to the positive, moving the motor in a forward or clockwise, just like a clock, clockwise direction, positive, then to the, since it is now connected to pin 5, will flow to the 3, to the 5, then to the ground. Current will not flow here because the contact is already here. Current will not flow here because the switch is open, because we're just using this switch 2. How about pressing both the switch? If we press both the switch, it becomes +5 here and +5 here. There is no potential difference between the two terminals of the motor. Therefore, the motor stops from rotating. The motor will not move. There is no potential difference once we press both the switch. So when we release the switch here, it will go back to its original state. Once it is connected here, and then it will go back to the pin number 4. So once we press again the switch here, it will move the motor in counterclockwise. While pressing the switch here, move the motor in counterclockwise. So that is the flow of current into the circuit. That's why this DC motor, which is a DC motor pan, moves forward or reverse, or clockwise and counterclockwise, while using 2 relay due to the induction voltage induction here, the movement of the contact using the motor, the 2 relays, the 2 switches, and then with power bank 5 volts. That's why we can move the motor forward or reverse, clockwise or counterclockwise, by using the 2 push buttons and the 2 relays. now our module. So you can see here, this is the layout. And I'm using a new design for this module because the previous design, let us see that. This one, it is only applicable for breadboard. There's so many parasitic elements that is involved in this design. So it keeps on oscillating the relay because the input and the output, there is no isolation. So it keeps on oscillating. Continuous oscillation occurs into the design. And it is only good, this design is for breadboard or for PCB less or without PCB. But because we're using the PCB, so we have now the PCB here, I added the diode here for isolation, another diode to the coil, and then the switch is now connected to the ground here to the pin 2 of the relay. So it's almost the same, only the difference is there is now an isolation diode into the input, so it will not keep the circuit uh, to oscillate, or oscillation will be now avoided. We can now prevent oscillation, and because of that, we have now this module. We can now test the motor, the DC motor, which is DC fan motor, using this module. Again, with the use of isolation diode to prevent oscillation from the relay. And this design is good for, it is applicable for this PCB type design.